Hello from ASI Fort Worth. We're joined here today by the amazing Bruce Himelstein. Bruce, thank you. Okay, if I ask you a few quick questions?
Absolutely, of course.
So Bruce, can you talk about your progression through the hotel industry, starting out as a hotel bellman, and what you learned?
I learned that if you go like this, they tip you quicker. No, gosh, what I learned is that people just love relationships, especially when they're traveling and they're road weary. That they just want a friendly face and how you doing, and it's hospitality. So regardless of the level, whether you're a bellman or you're in the back washing dishes or you're running a hotel, it's hospitality. So people really value that relationship. So I enjoyed that part of it as much as I enjoyed any other thing that I ever did.
Awesome. And in shifting the Ritz-Carlton's brand from the stereotypical version of luxury 20 years ago to the more quiet experience branding it is now, can you talk about the data that you did to find that trend and how you conducted that data specifically?
Yeah, great question. So we had, and still have, the brand still has, demographics, psychographics of customers. So we just hit pause one day and said, okay, who's staying here? Who's staying with the brand? And the average guest was a, 68-year-old white male. And we said, okay, well, this isn't very sustainable. So either we pivot and start going for the next generation and start being more diverse in our marketing, or we're going to quickly be irrelevant. And so we used our own data to kind of make that point at the high levels of the organization, and that enabled us to start shifting what we were doing.
Okay. And what would you recommend for businesses when they're looking at trends in the media and specifically social media to pick up on trends that are affecting their business?
Again, because everything is so accessible now to everybody, I mean, you and I and everybody else can just Google something and we'll get all the data that we need. I think, as I mentioned in there, it's what you do with it. So everybody can get it, but if you're the one that took the time to get it, then package it correctly, right? So just because you have it doesn't mean much. That's half the battle. The other half is, how do I package it with my personality, my stamp on it, and then how do I present that? And that takes some homework, but it's worth the time because it shows the client, the customers, that you've put in that time, and they'll learn from you.
Great. And lastly, what's the main thing that you want to leave the audience with after your presentation?
Take your work seriously, not yourself.
Okay.
Yeah, too many people take themselves seriously. Yeah. You don't need to. Take your work seriously, but have fun with what you're doing.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, sure.